In 2025, it is a massive trend to sell everything back home and move to Southeast Asia. These are some must-do things that you should do and consider before you sell everything and fly out here to Southeast Asia. Number one, make local friends. Using dating apps, meetup groups, whatever it takes, you need to make friends locally. Moving to a new foreign country, not speaking a language, knowing nothing about the bureaucracy, and just going at it your own will not help you at all. Agents, teacher aides, all of these employees are not going to be a solution for you. Make local friends. Number two, have 3 months of savings available. This is not credit cards. This is not Bitcoin. This is cash. Living in Southeast Asia, you can get away with 800 to 1,000 a month. This is possible, but you're going to sacrifice. Your first couple months out here, you're going to live like a wild tourist. You're going to enjoy a different life. So expect to spend a lot more. Number three, have an emergency credit card. And this emergency is flying back home. Having an emergency credit card to buy a pizza because you're drunk and you don't want to drive to the restaurant is not an emergency. The emergency we're talking about is if everything goes south and you need to fly home. So with that, let's get into the two main topics, the good, the bad of selling everything and moving abroad. The number one thing I can tell you from experience out here, do this while you're younger. If you are younger, your 20s, your 30s, even your 40s, you're able to take a lot more risk out here. You can spend money, you can lose money, you can jump into rivers, you can do anything. But the point being is if you do make a mistake, you can recoup. If you're coming out here in your 60s, your 70s, and you're putting all your eggs in a basket and things don't work out how you thought, there's no really going back home and figuring things out. And also, come out here for a few weeks, a few months, and see what these countries are like before you make that final decision to sell everything and move out here at an older age. Now, when it comes to the cost of living in Southeast Asia, a lot of people like to come out here and start spending more money than they did back home. Don't do that. When you're coming out here, if your monthly budget back home was $2,000 a month, live on that out here. You're going to have your money stretched farther. So when you come out here, don't spend more. Number three is finding the nomad communities. When you come out to Southeast Asia, there's going to be a whole new world and a lot of people that will not understand your culture, your language, or who you are. Dating somebody or being married to somebody that speaks English is great, but they don't understand your culture. So make sure you get onto these WhatsApp groups, these Zalo groups, whatever groups, and start communicating with the local expats from all over the world, so you do have a bit of sanity when you're out here. Number four is healthier eating. When you come out here, you have the ability to eat much healthier, much cheaper. Try to avoid eating Western fast food, pizza, and getting drunk 26 hours a day. Enjoy the healthy life. To eat healthy in places like Vietnam or Thailand could cost you $3 to $5 a day, and you will feel great about it. And number five, new life challenges. When we lived back home working our 9-to-5 jobs, we always had this idea, if I had a few extra hours every week, I could do this side idea and become something I really want to be. When you move out to Asia, you're not only going to have a few extra hours every week, you're going to have about 6 to 8 hours every day. So build a plan and have something that you want to build up to. If you're coming out here, getting married, building a house, and planting tomatoes, that's not a goal. Have something that you truly want to do with your life. What was that thing that you wish you could have done back in the day? You just lack time. This is your opportunity to finally do it. So with all the good out of the way, let's take a step back and look at the bad things and the things that you should consider and be aware of before you move abroad. Number one, no safety net. When moving to Southeast Asia, you really don't have any safety nets. There's no social security. There's no real unemployment. If you want to buy real estate, this requires you to get married and hand this money over to a significant other, hoping they don't screw you down the road. You have no safety nets. Number two is the lifestyle trap. Moving to a place where your dollar is 5 times the value than it was back home could really get you to a weird situation. Do not come out here on this party nightlife, getting drunk for $8 a night lifestyle and make it part of your day-to-day. Don't get accustomed to the easy living life thinking this is how everything's going to be forever. You're still legally under a tourist advisement, meaning these countries can remove you at any time. And if you spent the last 5, 6, 7 years doing completely nothing, you're going to go home very upset. Number three, overspending without even realizing it. Living in a place like Saigon or Bangkok, you can get a beer for $1 or $2, but it does add up fast. So be cautious about what you spend. Set limits and budgets before you go out. Make sure you're not going above your budget. Overspending money in a country where you feel like a king is not very hard to do, and most people do fall into this trap in the first couple years. And finally, number five, you start adapting to bad habits and poor life decisions. If you're around a bunch of people that don't care, that are very lazy, this could affect your overall mindset. So if everyone around you is kind of just hanging out, taking naps every day at 11 a.m., not really putting in any work, not investing, not being creative, you're going to start adapting to this lifestyle. So there we have it, the good and the bad about selling everything and moving abroad. This is an amazing adventure that we have opportunity. And the younger you do it, the better your life will be with it. When it comes to personal opinion about selling everything and moving abroad, this is one of the better decisions I've ever made in my life. But it's because I had a plan and I focused my time. I wasn't that guy at the bar every night. I wasn't that guy sleeping every day at 11 a.m. because everybody else did. I came out here with a plan and I focused. So if you're coming out here with no real plan, partying all the time, trying to marry every bar girl that walks by, you're going to have a very destructive end game. And most importantly, being out here in Southeast Asia is an amazing feeling. It's an amazing thing that we can do, but it is a privilege. At the end of the day, our passport, no matter what it says, we are legally just tourists. And for you guys that have citizenships out here or you're married, understand everybody will always look at you as an outsider. So make sure you're on point, make sure you have a plan, and focus on these goals. Getting too comfortable doing nothing is never a good end result. And for you guys that come out here, get married, and have children, consider this. Give them an opportunity they would have never had before. Giving them a passport so when they become 18, they can fly to Canada or Australia isn't good enough. You are a door to a better opportunity for them. So after your 4, 5, 10 years of living out here abroad, consider going back home. Take your kids and your wife with you. Give them an education, a lifestyle, and opportunities they would have never had before they met you. And for you guys that come out here, you don't get married, you don't have kids, enjoy your life. Keep your budget, live within your means, and if you do have a goal, a mission, or a purpose that you've always wanted to do, now is the time to do it. The younger, the better. And with that being said, guys, thank you so much for watching. Check out this video up here. YouTube thinks this is an amazing video for you, so it's got to be good, right? Check it out.
Let's